Hello, y'all. Happy Wednesday. It's High Priestess Jamila. How are y'all? So, I needed to come and speak about something real quick. The real people that work with me, like my real clients and everything, um, and not even just the clients, because a lot of the clients kind of they they don't really always understand how manifestation works sometimes. Okay. um they don't really understand it, and they're not always supposed to, you know what I mean? So, but people that understand how things work uh will totally get what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? But what I wanted to say is that since I've been on YouTube, um, since I've been doing spiritual work for the public, um, I have literally only asked for donations on my channel 2 times. On my channel, twice in 10 years. In 10 years. You know, first of all, people's money, like their money profile or whatever it is that they're doing with their money, it shouldn't be anybody else's business, and it shouldn't be up for discussion. I think that that is very low class and crass for people to do. I will say it. It's not what people do. I know people that do all sorts of things for a living. I know people personally who have earned $1 million overnight, spent it, had $10 in their pocket, and then manifested 100 grand within 3 days. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know people, like not people that I'm getting ready to address, but I know people that have done that, like, and they do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and so if somebody, like, for example, if I need to come on here, because one of my clients don't get paid until tomorrow, and I need extra money, or I want extra money, it is nobody's business when I come on here and ask that. And I noticed that there have been people that have literally been in an uproar because for some reason they think that every donation should be for them, even though the people have nothing to do with them. Like, people, and I feel like they're scammers, because you're going to go around to every single genre of YouTube on here. And I mean, what do you do? Or do you stalk people's Patreon pages? I mean, or are you constantly looking at other people's money, thinking that it should belong to you instead of just getting your own? Like, this is getting ridiculous. And like I said, being a Black person sucks, because a lot of people of our same color or whatever, they not always kinfolk. Seriously, because you feel that because somebody is Black, you have every right to impede on them. It's an entitlement. Now, just because this particular group of people watches my channel does not mean that y'all are the only people that watch my channel. So I don't know where that comes from. You think that I guess you feel like in your mind that you have successfully gotten rid of all of my supporters, and that's actually not the truth. In fact, my ratings are disabled on my videos, not because I don't have good ratings on the videos. It's just because I already know that these types of people are going to look at those ratings and get upset, and they are going to literally act a fool, come online, uh tell some lie, stalk somebody. You know, and this sucks. Why can't I ever come on my channel and say, "Hey, can you guys donate to me, for this or that?" I mean, this has been going on for years. I don't even do it. I don't even do it. These people come on here every single day and are constantly asking for donations. We don't even have the same donators. We don't have if somebody was to donate to me, we don't have the same donators. I've had clients donate sometimes 1,000, 2,000 to me just because I've done work for them and they believe in what I do. I've had clients pay me a lot because they know what I can do. Why are you looking at other people's money? Why are you worried about that? Why does that matter? Why do you go around the internet wishing bad on people and then wonder why you have so much struggle in your life? That's all you do every day, is wish bad on people and try to conjure up bad spirits and bad luck against people, but then you wonder why you yourself have so much bad luck that doesn't make any sense. This is the reason why I don't associate myself. And then you think that you know everybody that I know. You think you know everybody that everybody knows, and you don't, just because you looked it up on the internet. You think, oh, well, that person couldn't exist because I don't see it on the internet. It's totally ridiculous, and everybody should not have to be under that kind of shroud of ignorance. Literally, you're crying over $60. I mean, when somebody close to that group of people passed away, they decided to roast that person because that person raised $6,000 for their death. These are death benefits that are going to go to this lady's children. They decided to attack a deceased woman because I guess all of a sudden she took their donations or something, or she raised too much money. Do you not have the ability to just go and earn your money without looking at other people's? I don't understand this weird codependency. And this is the reason why I don't deal with it. And then another thing that I want to speak on. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I believe that there are some people who are out here trying to sacrifice other people's children. Okay, now technically, if you're gonna participate in any kind of child sacrifice, it's that has to be your own. You can't sacrifice other people's kids. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so you got people out there that are angry at me, a person angry at me because I won't let this person sacrifice my children, because I wouldn't even sacrifice my children. You're upset, you're irritated that I won't let nothing happen to my children. Make that make sense. Like, shouldn't that be something as a human being that you understand? And if something crazy is coming at my children, then sometimes I have to put money to the side and everything else and look to my children to protect them. You're upset and mad because I won't let you sacrifice my children. I never agreed to sacrifice any of my children. Who does that? So this person is irritated and wants to wish bad on me and my children because I won't let you sacrifice my kid to Moloch or some or fucking Lamash too or some shit. What mother is gonna agree to that? I haven't even signed any agreements to that. You just expect it. Like you have this expectation that you can just do a little ritual and come at somebody with that energy and wish death on their kids, and they're just supposed to agree with it and be okay with you, and they're not supposed to give you any kind of hard time, and the only thing that you have to say is that you're mad and angry because you can't sacrifice that person's children, and they're going to protect their children with their life, and they don't care about none of that. If I had $1 million right now and somebody said, "Give me your $1 million," you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna pay that. I'm gonna gladly pay that $1 million for my kid. I'm not gonna sit up here and ever put money before the well-being of my family because I don't have to. I don't have to. In the meantime, you're claiming that you're a manifesting mojo, but yet you're always in social media starting crap with me, and you're supposed to be somewhere manifesting, but for some reason, your manifestation has something to do with Jamila and her children, which I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I protected my children years ago. There are people actually out in social media that are trying to do rituals to sacrifice other people's children, not with their permission or anything. Just I'm gonna sacrifice your children, and I'm gonna make it what I want it to be. Even though if you're gonna sacrifice some children, no matter how old they are, you got to at least have the permission from the parent to do that if you're looking at it from a biblical standpoint. Because because one thing about me is that I'm not going to contend and deal with people that put children in danger. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to contend with people that, like, literally it's like a symphony that rolls off of their tongue, wishing death on children. Once you've done that, and you got and they got the nerve to be upset and irritated about it, and mad because I'm not. I mean, I guess maybe you done ran into some women that are like, sure, just do what you want to do to my children. I'm not going to let you do that to my children. I'd rather live in a hut. I'd rather, you know what? If it meant for my kids to all be safe, and I'm not saying that this would happen because the road ahead of me is very charmed. But you know what? If it meant saving my kids' lives, I would live in a damn trailer park next to the river for 10 years if I had to make sure that my babies were safe. Not that I would have to do that. That's, what do they call that when you're rhetorically speaking, or y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna let no harm come to my kids for no reason. And you got the nerve to be upset about that. Why? Is it because it's the 21st century? Is it because is it because it's not? Listen, it is no, listen, stop asking. This is another thing that African American people are doing. Take your values and go somewhere with it. I am a business owner on here earning a living. What does my son have to do with that? Number one, and I already know what you're trying to say. Since when does children have to take care of their parents? My oldest son is at college age. Why are you trying to force poverty on my family? No child should have to take care of their parent. That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't matter. I don't care about your opinion. This is what I'm talking about. You can't force your beliefs on other people. If I'm running a business and I'm making plenty of money for my family and I want to send my kid to college and take care of him while he's in college, or take care of my children, what business of it is yours? That's none of your business. That's none of your business. Those things should not be getting discussed on YouTube. So everybody's business has to be everybody's personal business and family has to be discussed on YouTube so that you people can come to YouTube and talk about people that you're jealous of and impede on people and impede on people's lives so that you can come on here and run your mouth about absolutely nothing. Nobody can come and earn their living and take care of their family because of your opinion. Everybody has to come and explain the 24 hours of their day to you people. Well, you know what? I went to sleep at about 7 last night and I woke up this morning about 6. And then I went to sleep. And then and nobody, this is what I'm talking about. And it's an embarrassment. This is the reason why you don't have any opulence. You should not, first of all, you shouldn't have been on here trying to interfere with my company. You shouldn't have been on here flagging my channel out of jealousy. You shouldn't have been on here trying to hate block people's lives and their money. But it's okay for you to make money. It's okay for you to take care of your grown children, because the person that's saying this has 2 grown children that he's taking care of in his home. What about your sons? They're not babies either. Neither one of your sons that have jobs. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't do stuff like that. I don't care about what your kids are doing. Why does everybody's life, you want everybody's life to be turned upside down so that you can come on here and be a hater? So you don't even have children. You don't even have children, Mr. Shiny Head Troll. You don't even have children. So how would you know what a parent is supposed to be doing? You don't even have children, but you believe that a child is supposed to take care of the family? Because technically the parents are supposed to have some kind of financial stability before they have children. Okay? That is what it's supposed to be. However, if that doesn't happen and you come from, a place where you've had to work your way up, that doesn't mean that for the rest of your life you have to live that way. If you didn't have a lot of money when you gave birth to your children, you can always get that at some point in their lives. My point is that why do you come on this website and try to force your beliefs on people simply for your own mind and heart? You in your own mind and heart, you had to come on this website and hate on somebody. You just couldn't stop. You decided, I'm jealous of this person. I don't like this person. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a smear campaign. I'm going to lie on this person. I'm going to harass this person because I know this person's potency, which is potential. I know their potency and their potential. So I'm going to do everything that I can to bring that down. And I'm going to come on here and gossip like a fool and try to tell somebody that, well, your kid need to take care of you. No, I can guarantee you that whatever my son does, I'm supportive of him and all my children financially on their endeavors. You're not going to wish that type of poverty on me. Also, another thing, nothing that you're saying makes any sense, because what does that have to do with anything? That's what I'm trying to get through to people. That's what I'm trying to get through to you people. You come on here every day, you gossip. That's all you do is gossip. That doesn't even matter. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you people on the internet who clearly have no real content except for sitting around talking about people being negative and revenge porn. That's another one of y'all failed hustles. Revenge porn, sitting around talking about people, gossiping about people that you're jealous of. That's what you do. When you know that people are successful at their businesses, you're doing all that you can, blocking their channel, trying to hide them from their subscribers. That's what you're doing. And then when a content creator who's been demonetized, comes on here and says, hey, Anybody that believes in what I believe in, anybody that believes in my vision, anybody that supports me, I would like your support right now. Y'all are on here advocating and spreading rumors and lying and attacking that person. You explained that to me, but that's where you came from. That's what that group of people do. That's your energy. That's your energy. That's the energy that you're in. Do you think I would ever wake up in the morning and tell any of my children on any day, hey, I want y'all to go, I'll go and get jobs so y'all can help your mom out? I'm not going to do that. I don't believe in those values. And then let's discuss the narcissism. Let's discuss how all of you narcissists, because y'all are a nightmare. And this is the reason why people are willing to come and pay me, especially people with jobs. People with very good jobs and money are willing to come and pay me. You know why? Because narcissistic people have decided to clump themselves together in a group. Haters United, the narcs, have gotten together in a group against people who are already well established with money. Y'all love to try to bring people down that actually have real money, that have worked for their money. Y'all like to do that. You do. That's all you do. If you know somebody has something, you're going to try to bring them down. Is that not a fact? I bet you are confused. That's exactly what that group of people does. When I became established in my business, built up my reputation and my rapport with my clients, and was established in my business, you group of narcissistic people decided that y'all were gonna come after me to try to derail that. Is that not the truth? That's what you did. Please explain to me why you think that you can continue to try to keep somebody down. You don't have the power to do that because you're already down, first of all you can do is come on here and run your mouth. So then you try to think of a fake relationship where a person is supposed to sacrifice their kids for you because, see, you can't do like a lot of other people do. Never did I ever, when I earned 1 penny at my company, Divine Services Apothecary, did I ever look to anybody's children to sacrifice. Not once. Not once. I don't know where y'all get that from. I don't know where y'all get that from. I don't know who taught y'all that. So your need to hate means that like your need to hate so bad. You're such a hater. You're such a hater, right? Look, Mr. Shiny Head, I am so sorry. First of all, my son is an entrepreneur. Okay. And he doesn't do anything illegal. Okay. Selling drugs is not being an entrepreneur. That's being a criminal. Okay. Let's just get that established. Okay. You missed the whole point. And I am so sorry that at some point in your life, your mother forced you apparently to get up and get a job to take care of you. Apparently, that's what your mother did to you. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in children taking care of their parents like that until they get very old and can't take care of themselves. When you reach the age of 80, 90, and you're old and you may be sick and have mobility issues, that is when your children, when you've retired. And hopefully when you retire, you have something. Those are my values. And that's what I plan to, that's what I'm going to stick with. And it's also nobody's fault that you came out here. You tried to be an entrepreneur and failed, and now you have a job, and now you're on here still attacking people all the time, spreading rumors about them because whatever it was that you wanted to do, you failed at it. Maybe it was just not your path. Why are you trying? This is another thing I don't agree with. Why are you trying to put my son out of my home? Who are you to think? Who are you people? I swear to God. But what about living on his own? He's going to live with you forever. Are we in forever now? Right now, we're in the now. Right now, we're in the now and today. Today is March the 12th of 2025. Why do you even care about that? Why is that your business? You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. If any of my children said, Mama, I want to live with you forever, they can. I don't want to be abandoned. The hell does that have to do with anything? Well, I don't think anybody wants to be abandoned by anybody, but my whole point is that, yeah, if any of my children, which they don't, of course not, none of my children want to live with me forever. None of them. But if they ever wanted to, yes, anybody in my family. I got family members. They said if they say, Shani, I want to come live with you forever. I say, okay, come on. Why are you out here? Like what is that to discuss? Nobody's doing that on YouTube. That's just like, y'all shame people that live with their mama in their 40s. That's not nothing to talk about. You're talking about that. Okay, fine. You've said it. You've shamed that person over and over again for about 10,000 years because they live with their mama at 40. Do you have anything else to talk about? Do you have any other content? Because I can assure you that most people on YouTube, they would rather come and look at a spiritual haul video, or they would like to look at a video where it's a maybe where somebody is discussing some pertinent spiritual information with them. Maybe they like to look at a cooking video. Maybe they like to look at channels that do reviews. You cannot build a YouTube empire talking about somebody that lived with their mother in their 40s. How do you expect to get anywhere? Not too many people are going to want to hear that over and over again. Over and over again. That's your only content. And then talking about somebody. And then when you saw me over here, because this is when this happened in 2020, when you saw me over here discussing my spiritual stuff, doing my readings, and you saw that I have a broader audience, maybe not actually back then, I had more live viewers before you flag my channel over and over again falsely. When you see people that are doing something else, you want to hate on them and flag their channel falsely. That's exactly what you did. You know what, Mr. Shiny Head? There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what I'm doing. That's just like my significant other. He has a job. He's at work right now. He's working right now. That's not what I do for a living. What does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with the price of tea in China? That's not what we're talking about. Why are you avoiding the obvious? If somebody puts up their YouTube channel and they quickly gain 20, 50,000 subscribers based upon their content that they put up, they're not talking about you. They're not putting up content trying to attract viewers that want to hear about gossip. Why do you think that it is kosher to come to those people's channels and try to derail what they built? And that's exactly what you did. You know what you created? You tried to create, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what's going on. They tried to, this group of people, this is why nobody will work with you, because you're not builders. You people are nothing but destruction. You tried to come over here and you tried to destroy my business by flagging my channel. My business still stood. And so what you did was you tried even harder. Then you began to wish death on people. What is wrong with you? Then you come on here doing all of the standardized, bastardized drama and gossip when it has nothing to do with what we're even talking about. And it's always usually after I do something. You know, it's like y'all see these reality shifts coming and y'all try to stop them. And you're not competing with the universe. And the universe is not listening to you people. It right now, if Pluto decided, I heard Jamila ask me for something, trust me, you are irrelevant. So why even try it? Who taught you that? Why are you like that? Why would you see somebody on YouTube and just decide, I'm going to try to derail this person? I think I'm going to have a good outcome to this. I think things are going to work out for me. Because I didn't just have haters. Like y'all went above and beyond. Like y'all were super haters. That group of people. It's like you dedicated your whole life to doing that, and then you're mad at me because you didn't get anywhere. You did not advance in y'all career by doing what you did, because you became obsessed. And now you want to get mad at me because you made the decision as a grown person to try to become a professional hater. Not to mention you were trying to hate on a witch in a spiritual business, which should be something that's a no-brainer. Then you open yourself up to people's wrath by going on your channels and gossiping about them, something that you're not supposed to do, while saying Hail Mary and praise Jesus when you're doing everything that you're not supposed to even be doing over on your channel. Y'all get up every single day with an intention of derailing other people's lives. And then you wonder why you're sick, why you're not successful in what you do, and why you have not been able to move, make any treadway for yourself. That's all I'm saying. And you continue to do it. Yeah, there are a few people that enjoy your content because they've been taught hate. They came to the internet and allowed somebody to be more powerful than them to control their mind and said, I need you to hate on specific people for me. So they decided, well, I don't have nothing else to do with my life. So let me come online and hate on Jamila and a few others, because what else do I have to do in life? You made that decision to do that every single day of your life. And then you get mad when the people that you try to tear down actually win, when they actually overcome what you do. And when you see that they've overcame what you did and they transmuted it and they still made something of it, now you're, oh, well, because, you know, hate can run very deep. You think I don't know that instead of me sipping mimosas on you know, out in my outdoor, by my outdoor fireplace of my lake house, that y'all would rather see me sick and half dead in the hospital? Yeah, because you're hateful. And then you get mad because of the type of people that you attract. You're going to attract nothing. You're going to attract those same people to you. That's why I don't do that. When people have victories, I congratulate them. As long as you're not building that victory on my back. Now, if you were to take some kind of something from me, which they tried to take my image, sully it, go to racist websites, try to gain more subscribers in Treadway off of trying to denigrate a Black woman. And I'm supposed to sit back and say nothing. While you're literally going to the entire source spot of the whole Black civilization and Black Americans, you're going to literally make those kind of moves. And then at the same time, trying to do unorthodox rituals on people's kids. And people are just supposed to not say nothing to you or do nothing. And then you're shocked that people don't trust you. You're just shocked. Well, how come these people don't trust me? Well, look at what you did. First of all, what you did, most people are not going to let you get away with it. Like I said, my friends that have a lot of money, because I do have friends with money, they've had people like y'all. I know millionaires right now, people that have earned and spent $1 million and earned another $1 million and spent it, have had people just like you trying to hate on them. How can you not see that you're a hater? How can you not see that your hating is what affects you? Because what you put out there in the universe is what you get back. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then you wonder why people are willing to pay thousands of dollars for protection. What do you think companies like Burger King and McDonald's, do you think that they didn't have haters in the beginning? You think they don't have haters now? Or any company, whether or not it's a small, medium, or large company, has haters and adversaries and competitors that are trying to bring them down. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. And then also trying to attack people families, that to me, looking at it 10 years ago, I always knew that you people would fail. And you know what? You may be able to create struggle for people. You may have even been able to create delays in my life, but you could never make me give up my will. Never. I would never, ever, ever give up. Ever. I don't care what you say to me. And then they'll try to say, well, we're gonna attack your kids. And at the same time, I want to do some child sacrifice, and I want to sacrifice your children, not my own. I want to say, even though I know you would never sacrifice your children for nobody, but I'm gonna still try it. And I'm gonna get mad at you because you didn't agree with me, and you may have sent some kind of spirit to torment me, and I'm mad about that, Jamila, because I know that you're gonna protect your children with your life. Or you want to be able to say whatever you want to say about somebody's children, including wishing death on them, and you want to be so magnanimous or whatever they call that, magnificent, that a person is just supposed to say, well, I forgive you for wishing death on my children. No, I'm not going to forgive you for wishing death on my children. I'm not going to forgive you for wishing death on my child. No, what? They don't even make no sense. And you may have a principle and a value. I mean, I cannot forgive you and live with that. I don't have to worry about something happening to me. I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace for never forgiving you. Does my non-forgiveness affect you? Evidently. I wouldn't, well, I wouldn't do that to anybody. But if I were in your position, I would figure it out. I would have figured it out a long time ago. And no, I don't agree that children should have to take care of their parents. No, I don't. Now, if there's some kind of struggle going on or whatever within the household, and the kids have a job or whatever, and they want to, and they live with their mother, yeah, that's your business. You know what? Here's the thing. Let me do you guys an even better one. I don't agree with people coming out discussing people's personal family finances. Why are you discussing other people's finances to anybody? What does it have to do with you? Because you have a channel set up that gossips about people? And why is it that because you people exist on the internet, people can't come on here and ask for support from their subscribers? I needed a lot of support after my channel got flagged. And here's another one. Because people were adversarial to you on the internet, you're just supposed to shut down your business and walk away. So everybody in this world, this is what these people expect. They expect for you to build a company and shut it down just because they oppose of it. So you're supposed to do what you're supposed to just bend over and fold for other people, y'all. This is what they said. Because somehow they own the internet. Somehow, you know what I'm saying? Somehow these people, they own the internet. They invented it and own it, and you're not allowed. So when they say no, I don't want you to have your business, no, and throwing a temper tantrum, you're just supposed to go, well, let me walk away from my path. Let me walk away from my path that my spirits and my gods would not dare let me do. Let me go against what literally runs my life and allow these other people to run my life. No, it's not me. It's not my heart and my will that runs my life. It's not my backbone. It's not my desires and wants. Oh, I'm going to give that to you. Never. If another person was in the position that I was in or that I'm in currently, I would tell them don't ever give up. That's what I would tell them. I don't care if y'all can do it for the rest of for the rest of y'all lives until the day you croak. I would never give up. Don't ever let somebody run you away from your dreams. Didn't y'all see that movie with Will Smith when he sat there and he told his son, he said, don't ever let nobody make you give up on your dreams, not even me. And I'm trying to figure out who raised you people to be losers, to give up. Anytime you find yourself online hating on somebody else that's not hating on you, to me, you're a loser. That's the exact epitome of a loser. And you expect respect. You expect, and then you know what, Mr. Shiny Head, if I were available, I would love to have a man like you with a job. I do have a man that has a job. But people that do what I do, let me remind you that I worked in the workforce for almost 30 years myself. Okay. And even if I was an entrepreneur from the time I left high school, that would be fine too. That would be fine too. My point is that no matter what it is that you're doing, because there's people out there that okay, that's another thing. Okay, Mr. Shiny Head, are you gonna come on here and tell these people where you work? Answer it quickly, knowing what these people do. Would you ever tell those people where you work? This is a group of people that you can't even tell where they work. I know this one lady that literally, this lady's self-employed. This lady's self-employed, and she should be able to earn money whenever she wants. She should be established. She fell out with somebody on purpose and made this lady lose her job. What are you calling up to her job for? The lady got fired because of it. And I believe what happened was that, right, exactly. I believe what happened was that her and this lady had a disagreement behind the scenes. Okay, you're having a disagreement with one of your friends behind the scenes. I've had several disagreements with people that I know behind the scenes, with people personal to me. Why would I come online and bust them out and expose them, give all their name and information? Why do you people do that? Why can't you handle life without doing that? Why do you have to come online and expose those people? Why can't you just live life and get through it without doing things like that? That's exactly the type of stuff that these people do. Oh, by the way, I have a YouTube channel and I have a following because nobody cares enough to hate on my channel, to flag me. But I'm going to use social media against you and have all these people against you sending negative energy to you. That ain't right. To me, that ain't right, and it's unnecessary, and it's very childish. It's very childish to me. I did that to a friend years ago, 10 years ago, and I learned my lesson. It's not good to do that because I'm still dealing with the aftermath of doing that. Even though I knew she was talking about me behind my back and plotting and scheming against me. In fact, I'm not even gonna lie, my credit has been screwed up ever since then. Old girl that she gave my social security number to somebody. My best friend that I knew for 20 years, she had a copy of my taxes that I had asked her to print out or fax somewhere. And she actually turned against me and gave my social security number to a scammer online. And now my credit, my social security number, I have to get it changed now. And I haven't even had time to do that. I have to go and get my social security number replaced because this girl gave my social security number out to somebody. What is up with people that fall out with people? You're falling out with that person. It could be just temporary. Why do you go and burn the whole bridge down? Like you just burn the whole building down instead of learning how to work your problems out with people. You go and do stuff like that. This makes me think of just one person in flow. That's exactly who I'm talking about. And somehow my information ended up on the dark web, and I've been struggling with credit ever since then. So apparently this lady had access to all of my credit records and came and told me, I have your social security number, But she didn't tell me who actually gave it to her. She told me my mama gave it to her. Now I know damn well my mama ain't gonna give out my social security number. It was old girl that did it. People need to think before they take action like that. Now, when I was speaking yesterday about, I did speak yesterday about coming on the, sending people to my business to spy on me. That's pretty serious because first of all, I wouldn't do that. I would not play with these spirits like that. Please don't do that. Don't play with these spirits like that. When you come to a witch, it's a very serious thing. You don't play with people's spirits like that. I just wanted to warn people about that. That's all I was doing. I understand that there are some people that can really be highly manipulative to other people. This is the reason why yesterday I just wanted to spread love and say, hey, listen, I understand that you made a bad decision in doing that. And well, just don't do that again to somebody because that's not good to do that at all. You shouldn't be secret shopping a witch. I mean, if you're going to go to Bloomingdale's or something, or any other type of business, but you shouldn't play around with spiritual businesses like that. So there's a lot of people that will look at us witches and our spiritual businesses, and you'll look at it almost like we're comparable to a fast food joint, but it is very, very different. Even though it is still a business, yes. But that's just like people automatically assumed. Yeah, I do believe that that could cause less people to come to people from social media. But regardless to that, a lot of times us witches will still get clients. Just walking around in the world can bring clients to you. And it's not comparable to prostitution either. People may run into you and you may talk to them and you may let them know, hey, I provide spiritual services for people. So that doesn't mean anything, even though I would prefer for my channel to not be hidden and blacklisted, obviously. My point is that why do you think that it is kosher to come on here and hate on anybody's business and then try to use racism as some kind of foundation around that? To me, that would spell obvious trouble, and I just wouldn't make a decision to do it. Now, I'm not going to do anything to put anybody's children in danger anyway. I don't mess around with kids like that. I don't. And, quite often I have looked at people and these people have children and they're out here doing some of the stupidest stuff that is not really conducive to creating a good home for their child. Obviously, you can protect yourself by not doing dirty stuff to other people because other people do have the right to defend themselves. But these days, the way I look at it, especially when you're actively every single day, giving me a rough time, trying to wish bad on me, and I can see you doing it. For me, it's almost like, well, you know what? This person is doing these things still after a decade. You know what? That's going to be bestowed up on their children. That's how I look at it these days because I have my own. I have my own to be concerned about. And if somebody is coming with some kind of Molochian energy, because Moloch is a deity that's mentioned in the Hebrew Bible that people would go and sacrifice their children to. There's another Mesopotamian demon named Lamashtu that people try to sacrifice children to. So, and I don't get down with it. I would never call the Lamash tool. Her and Lilith are not the same. People get them confused. Her and Lilith are not the same. And I definitely wouldn't be calling on no Moloch, because I would never sacrifice my children to anybody or anything ever. But there's people out there that do that. They are followers of Moloch. It's not my business to judge, unless your grown child comes to me and says, "Hey, I'm having a problem here. My parents are trying to sacrifice me." I am able to assist people who have parents that are trying to sacrifice them to any deity. So I do have the clearance to do that, to say, no, this person is not going to be sacrificed, and go and get help for it. In fact, that probably makes up about 60% of my cases at my company. Which is a very, very serious thing. And you shouldn't be messing with people that are doing stuff like that. Because technically, even if you were to look at the Hebrew Bible, the God Yahweh of the Bible, even though I do not worship Yahweh, even though a lot of y'all men want to bring me over to Yahweh, which I appreciate that, because you feel like that's where I would be the safest. So I appreciate your concern. But Yahweh warned his followers to not sacrifice their children to Moloch. Now, obviously, people are still doing it for whatever reason. I don't know. But I can tell you that probably about 60% of my client cases is parents that sacrifice their children. And it's not always a blood sacrifice. You can be a living sacrifice. Yes, you can get assistance for that. Yes, you can. Yes, some of us high priestesses and witches, we can get in between that. Yes, we can. And we don't have to worry about nothing happening to our children. That's my job. I'm just doing my job. Whoever I gotta go and so so I'm guessing that's the direct adversarial energy that I'm dealing with. They don't want High Priestess Jamila freeing people of those contracts of sacrifice, but that's not your call. And if people are having issues like that, they're able to come and pay me to get out of that. And yeah, it's damn hard sometimes, because when people have decided, nope, I'm going to sacrifice my kid, which I am a mother of 4 and a grandmother, I don't see how people do it. But it's some people are different. So I can't expect everybody to look at everything the way I look at everything. I wish they did. It would be less problems, but those are some of my exact clients. And it can be very, very difficult and challenging to help those people. So sometimes I feel like people, even though this is not going to make a difference, because people listen to themselves and they don't listen to other people. I'm just speaking candidly here. Okay. I wouldn't want to get involved with that, because I would feel like, okay, I know that Jamila is doing what she's doing over there. Okay. And obviously, whatever rules or thoughts that I have on life, obviously, does not affect Jamila, because it's been more than several years. So it's obvious that Jamila is protecting her children and that nothing is happening to her family, because nothing. All my children are still alive and well and having babies. And it's going to stay that way. Okay, so obviously, maybe if I try to butt in, maybe I'm gonna be taken in their place. That's how I would think of it. I'm gonna mind my own business. And then people that say, well, I have an opinion, Jamila. I think that you should save those people from sacrifice to a deity or a demon. I think that you should do it for free. Uh, you think I'm going to listen to that, or you charge too much? You're charging people too much to do that. That there are unfortunately some people in this world that are victims of that, products of their parents sacrificing them. And then you got some people out here who are living sacrifices, and they're running around here trying to sacrifice others. No, take her in my place. It does not work. It does not work that way. You can't say, oh snap, oh snap. What phrases did I use from someone else? Not phases, but phrases. What phrase have I used of someone else? Yes, I'm intelligent enough to come up with a lot of things. And I'm sorry, honey. Are you trying to call yourself a demigod? Because I don't like y'all that, oh my God, that is such mental illness. And here we go again. Here we go again. You need to be careful. You're going to hurt yourself. Be careful with that, because I've seen you do that before, hun. And I know exactly who you are. You're behind a troll account right now. But I know exactly who you are. You're going to end up hurting yourself. You are. And just because you crazy don't mean that you're going to be protected. I know exactly who that is. Everything that I say, you're saying that I'm taking something from someone else. What was it that I said before I block you? Because right now you're just projecting. You look ridiculous in coming in here under this troll account looking crazy again. You need to get out of the spiritual community. Stop running around here in the spiritual community. I hurt myself how? You're projecting. I want to know before I block you, because I am going to block you, because you're insulting and you're trying to project whatever inadequacies that you have inside of yourself onto me. What phrase, even though you misspelled it, what phrase of anybody else's am I using? Because you're the one that already came in my chat room about 8 years ago. I know who you are. You are mentally ill, lady. You are mentally ill. You came in here and said that I stole the tarot from you. And you have no idea where tarot science even came from whatsoever. I know exactly who was the brains behind or the wisdom behind the tarot. You're going to go in somebody's chat room that's doing a reading saying that you stole the tarot from me. I would not try to counsel you. You need mental help. I am not a therapist or a psychologist. So I want to know exactly what I have said that is somebody else's phrases. Come on, you got like 1.5 minutes to explain yourself before I block you. I'm gonna give that person a minute. I'm not gonna be here that much longer either, because I need to go hop in the shower. But I want you to explain this to me. Again, it's not my fault that you become obsessed and jealous of people, that you stalk people for years and years, and you threw the last 10 years of your life away. Is that my fault? No, it's not. You control your own brain and your own decisions that you make in life. It's not my fault that you made moves of a person that is a loser. Is that my fault that you decided to do that? And you seem to be very angry about something because something is just not working out for you. To me, it just doesn't seem that what you're doing is working for you. It doesn't. Okay, so let me go ahead and block you since you're not going to respond. Back to what I was talking about. Uh what were we talking about right before that person got triggered and came in here? We were talking about what I do for a living. We were talking about what I do professionally that is a real spiritual problem, which is being a living sacrifice for a parent that sacrificed their children is what we're talking about. Okay. Uh I don't know about anyone else, but a few of my clients have problems like that. Quite a few of them have issues like that. I'm not just on here crying about it. I'm actually going hard in the paint, doing the spiritual work and meditations that it takes to free people of that. That is what I was saying. And I don't have time for a bunch of people every single day who are not doing it. You're just talking about it. You're not actually doing the work to do it. This is a fact, and I know that. You're just a nuisance to people like me that are doing it. And you're perfectly fine with being connected to these nuances that make no sense. So I don't know how I took that from someone else. You are trying to say that you're some kind of God. Then I don't understand you people that are running around here with God complexes. You know what? It's perfectly fine to feel like you're God, as long as you're not coming to other people like myself with that crap. To me, you're nothing because I already have gods. And then we've got people on here that want to pretend as though because they're black and I'm black, that somehow they have some kind of power over me because we all black. Now that's what really doesn't make sense to me. So that's what I've been talking about, and it's getting annoying and people are tired of it. People are really tired of it. So what you do is you take to just being verbally abusive to people, trying to incite some kind of judgment upon them when it's none of your business. Because I personally would never go and look up people's documents, court cases. I wouldn't even want to know. Um, if unless it's a client and the client comes to me and say, Jamila, I want to make more money. And y'all assume, yes, it would be nice if I had a couple of 100,000 saved up in the bank. I don't have it in actual dollars. I'd say that I got it spiritually, but I don't have it in actual dollars. But that doesn't mean then there is the presence of people coming on here saying, well, because you don't have a lot of money, a lot of money, that means that you can't do spiritual work. So if your spirits put you on a path of earning a living doing spiritual work for people or readings, you got a group of people that's running around here highly confused that are saying, no, you can't make that money doing that. And you never did it before, so you shouldn't do it now. Now that don't even make no sense. To me, what that is people that need to go and have several seats and sit down. Because as long as people have the internet and they have their ideas, they have the right to do whatever they want. You don't have the right to take away people's choices in life for them. And then you wonder why people don't like you. People don't like you. They don't. Nobody that's worth a damn is going to like a person like that unless they can use you for their purpose. But what would the purpose to be? What would the purpose be? Anger, jealousy, a waste of time? So if somebody sat down and made a goal and said, you know what, I want to make 200 grand this year, and they've never made 200 grand before in their life, they're supposed to listen to you telling them that they can't do it versus listening to themselves and their own confidence and their own guides. They're supposed to listen to a negative person that tells them, no, you can't do that because somebody else tried and failed. Makes no sense to me. And this is the reason why I haven't been, I don't, I can't keep people around me that now obviously if you have young children are, well, young children have a really wild imagination, so they, but adults that have hangups and impulse issues that are constantly running their mouth and opinionated, I can't keep those kind of people around me because I don't want them to affect the way that I think, because I don't think within limits and boundaries like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. If I just want to have people around me that believe, that money's going to fall out of the sky, then that's my choice. Even though money may not actually fall out of the sky like that, when in reality it does whenever it rains. Whenever it rains is a very good sign of prosperity and abundance coming. It is. And it's something that people like me, we take as a sign. Okay. Which a lot of people don't like rain, but they don't really understand what that means. Right. I'm talking about spiritually and what it means for this earth when that type of occurrence happens on the earth. Most people take it for granted. So if I decide, I don't want people like that around me that are constantly negative, it's not just about people not believing or having a limited belief, because that doesn't affect me because, as a practitioner, I manifest on my own by myself, and and you should never ever include anybody else in your manifestations, right? So people can think whatever they want to think. I'm not going to have people around me that are negative, constantly talking about poverty and death and sickness. That, no, I'm not. I'm not. And so then you get mad. These people get mad. So y'all need to really, like, first of all, what's obvious is that it seemed like to me these people were looking for connections with other people, but they were looking for connections with those other people for the wrong reasons. And what I'm trying to get people to understand that are following me, not people that hate watching me, but people that are following me, is that This is not kosher. It is a dysfunction, especially when you got people that sit around and all they do is talk negatively about people. I've warned people about that so many times, especially when it comes to having close family that just sit around and talk negative. I'm not even going to respond to you, hon. I'm not. And you know what? Whoever keeps saying that I need to get a job, I'm going to tell you why you're saying that. You're saying that because you feel that me being here is somehow interfering with your business that never existed. You never had a spiritual business. So you think if you get me off of YouTube, or if I get a job, or if I shut down Divine Services Apothecary, that that's somehow going to make your business better, because you are not a spiritualist or a witch. If you were a spiritualist or a witch, you would not be obsessed over someone else closing down their business. Another witch. Other witches are not doing that. If you were actually worth your salt, you would not have to do that. If you actually understood us witches that do work for people, especially when we're healers, but you're not. You are not what you want to be. And I'm sorry about that. There are some, you may be an actual witch. It just may not be meant for you to do work for people. If that's a problem for you, well, that's your problem. So that's exactly the obsession with, the obsession with that. And then also another thing, again, this is a group of black people who have no respect for their own race, and they want to deny people of their own race their civil and human rights. So you don't have any power as far as I'm concerned. Because, a spiritual business is not just about earning money, it's about doing the work for people, it's about helping people also. That's something that you missed. You tried to get into this business as a get rich scheme. It's not like that. It doesn't work that way. It can be rewarding. You can definitely have a stable stream of income, but you don't do this as a get rich quick scheme. And that's what you tried to do. And you didn't even get halfway rich. In fact, you didn't do anything. Nothing comes to you for that. Nothing. Not enough for you to sustain your lifestyle, not enough for you to pay your bills. It doesn't. Obviously, enough comes into me to where I can live in a hotel that costs $80 to $100 per day. And the more you hold me up, right? And then I haven't even gotten into what I wanted to get into because I don't have time. It's almost 12, so I gotta go. I'm not even gonna get into what I want to get into, which is and damn it, you know what? I just forgot it because y'all trying to hold people under false arrest via the internet. Let me tap on that subject a little bit. Why are y'all trying to hold people under false arrest from the internet? Because we saw what you were doing. And you're trying to control people, hold them under false arrest, incite some kind of judgment, posting it on the internet, and then you're getting mad when it doesn't work. Then you're trying to sacrifice, like I said, trying to sacrifice people's children to Moloch, and you're upset, literally throwing a temper tantrum because people are not willing to sacrifice your children so that their children, and you're all up in people's spiritual business and trying to tell people how it works when people should not listen to you. because you don't know what you're talking about. Because apparently you have a totally different relationship with what we consider to be source. You have a totally different mindset than other people. And you think that you have the right to come. First of all, your group, these men and women that you have in this group, they come on here every day talking about people, stalking people, asking for donations for that. But you're not going to go and tell those people to get a job, are you? You're going to come and tell me, someone that actually does earn real money. But because yesterday I came on here and asked for a donation, all of a sudden I need to go get a job. This is what I'm talking about. This is what makes you lower class, to me, in my opinion. You know, when you hear rich people talk, they don't talk like that. They have a wealthy, successful mindset. They don't speak like that. They're not doing what you're doing. And you can't have it both ways unless you're selling drugs or something that could potentially get you thrown in prison, or either trafficking, which is worse, which is really what we suspect that this group of people is up to, is that y'all are into sex work, is what y'all doing. It's some kind of sex ring or something, which is what I suspect that you're doing. So, it doesn't necessarily take magic to do that. I mean, unless you're trying to go to a deity to get protection or something for yourself so you don't get hurt while you out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But that, like y'all don't have anything to do with other people, and eventually you probably gonna end up getting caught for doing what you're doing. And instead of you paying attention to that, you're online gossiping about people who don't do anything close to what you do. Because what I do is I do spiritual pacts with people. It's a whole son. Son, are you gonna make the iced coffee? I just thought about that. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm about to jump in the shower and drink iced coffee. It's the reason why it's frustrating having a conversation with you people, because we're not like-minded. We don't think the same. The same thing doesn't make us tick. When I get off of here and take a shower, I'm gonna do a couple of loads of laundry too. When I get off of here, take a shower, I'm gonna do laundry first, because I'm gonna do laundry. No, I am not in an extended stay. I live in a hotel that is close to 500 per week. So again, you're trying to say that people are unsuccessful while you sit there and attempt to do spells and rituals that do nothing but backfire on you. Because if those things were not backfiring on you, you would not be coming online crying to people that you're trying to impede. I tell you what, why don't you stay out of other people's business and stop becoming obsessed with trying to tear people down, and try to go somewhere and become a better person? Stop making a fool of yourselves trying to sacrifice other people's kids. Because I'm going to tell you something. I have clients that come to me that have people doing the same exact thing to them that you're trying to do to me. And they have the money to pay me to invoke these spirits to assist and to make sure that their families are safe from people like you. Who, by the way, you keep saying that you're from the church. This is what I want to consistently point out to people. So I don't get it. And then you'll try to make it seem like this is just how black people are. No, we're not all like that. In fact, y'all keep arguing and fighting with me when y'all were the ones that started all this mess. Y'all started all the rumors, y'all thought of it, y'all created all of the setups and all of that, and it still has not served you because it's never going to serve you. Anyway, stay out of a witch's business. It's none of your business. It doesn't matter what race she is. That's another thing. If it, I'm gonna give y'all an example. I can't really talk too much, but yesterday I was actually doing some past life work, right? I'm not going to specify what the past life work was that I was doing, but I was doing some past life work. Uh because I think Mercury's going into, yeah, we're already in the pre-shadow phases of retrograde of Mercury. While I was doing it, one of my spirits popped up while I was doing this work, and they could see somebody trying to get through my protection. Why are y'all trying to astral travel? I don't care how good at it you are. Why are you trying to astral travel or send things to monitor and look at people and what they're doing spiritually? Some of these rituals that I'm doing could be invoking spirits that could possibly make you very, let's just say, sick. Not actually physically sick, but it could really, really wipe you out, mind, body, and spirit. Why are you getting into other people's business? I know a lot of witches. Not have I once decided I want to astral travel to that witch and go to her in that way. I've had witches invite me in, but why do y'all do that? Because you never know what you're going to run into. Do you think that that's safe for you to be doing that? Because on any day I could be doing a ritual, and you're trying to go to a person's spirit or come into them and trying to invade them, but you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they could be doing at that exact moment. Somebody up, for example, and it's not that I've done this, I would ever do this. For example, there may be there somebody might a witch or either a shaman may decide that they have the need to travel back in time during the Black Plague, and then here you are trying to harass that person because you didn't have nothing else better to do. This is what I'm saying, and I've seen y'all do it before too. And I think you need to be careful because you may lose your ability to do that. You may totally lose your ability to do that because you shouldn't be doing that. It's not like we're practicing in secret. All of us witch it. Well, not all of us, because some of us are practicing in secret. I'm not. I'm out in the open letting you know what I'm doing. And so you would sit there and decide that it would be a good idea for you to astral travel into my personal space. Why would you do something like that? And my suggestion for any witch would be to protect your astral and to do it quite viciously for people that are doing stuff like that, because they do it for a lot of different purposes. We all know why. Either to curse you or to take from you. Okay, the internet is not the astral. I'm talking about the actual astral travel to where you're traveling to that witch. And somebody was asking me, I can't think of that person's name that would be in the chat room. They were asking me to talk about astral travel, and they were asking me where I've traveled to before. I've traveled to a lot of places in the astral, including backwards and forwards in time. You can do that too. But here's another thing: people that curse people unjustifiably, you're not protected. I've done it. I've personally returned curses to senders before I got my protection. Okay. I've personally taken curses back to adversaries that do stuff like that need to stop. And you were wide open. It was so easy to get in. Now, it was one person that I had to take some stuff back to, and she must be thinking, because she had it set up to where you kind of would get confused as to who it was. But I was able to get past that within 3 seconds. So I know for a fact that those of you that are doing stuff like that, that are, obsessively obsessed with whatever plight that you're on, you don't have any protection, because I can get to you right now through the astral. This is what just doesn't make any sense. It's very easy to get into you. I've had people I've had people that have been trying to get past my protection for weeks now. And the only thing they can do is very mundane things, which is come on the internet and attack somebody or try to attack me. You know what I'm saying? So, it doesn't make any sense. It's a nuisance. If you really were a witch, you would have some kind of opulence, in my humble opinion. Maybe it's because I have a high opinion of witches. And I think that there's a better way of you doing things. And you don't have to believe in Hecate. I said Hecate. You don't have to believe in Hecate or even like her, but I believe that she can find you guilty of treason. Because I have not once, I don't think about doing things like that. Now, I will expose a person for doing certain things if it's necessary, but just to come on here and say, I want to practice witchcraft, so I'm going to put up my channel and put up readings and talk about witchcraft. But I'm going to come on here and I'm going to attack every single witch that I see, because I think that that's going to I think that that's going to be necessary. I just personally have never done that. And then I'm also one that knows that it's not necessary. So but I don't run y'all. And I am not y'all leader. I'm not. I can't tell you what to do. And but just as long as you don't do it to me, you'll be fine. Okay, just don't do it to me. And don't do it to my loved ones, and don't do it to any of the anybody that I'm protecting. Just don't try it with us. Okay. All right, child. That's pretty much it. I've ran out of things to talk about. Maybe I will talk about astral travel a little bit later if I have time. I gotta go now. Bye. Y'all have a good day.